Hi.
Hi. Guys, it's been a while.
And we had
It's
lunch.
been a while. Yes. We were really busy. We were looking for ways to not pay taxes.
Yes.
And we failed.
Yeah, now we have to pay taxes.
Now we have to pay taxes and we can't afford food anymore. So,
So we had a breakfast for lunch and we're having our lunch for dinner. And then we are having sleep for dinner.
Sleep for dinner. I'm just gonna bite the corner of my pillow. I'm just gonna sleep tight.
Some
literally
gourmet stuff right there.
Yeah. Just water for dinner.
What happened this week? Not this week. I mean,
not this
last
week.
1.5 months, I would say.
1.5 months? No, wait, was it that long?
Yeah, right?
Fuck.
Let me check. I should have the YouTube studio thing on freaking...
Okay, if it's 1.5 months, that means we need to do more videos. We need to do it constantly.
Wait, I'm just looking for the last video. It's 1.5 months. Last one was 2 months ago.
Okay. Then let's record this. Then let's do this and let's release this without editing.
Yes. There's no edits. Zero edits. Edit is what takes time.
Yeah.
Start from the top.
Yeah. Start from the top. Now we're at the bottom. But
what about Windsurf?
Okay, Windsurf. Yes, in the previous video also we talked about, not in the previous video, maybe.
We did a video with Windsurf and Cursor.
The very first video in our channel, and we actually talked about some Windsurf and OpenAI deal that was going to go through for like $3 billion, and now it's shit hit the fan, and Google wanted to buy Windsurf, and halfway through the deal they dropped the ball and they're like, nope, we don't want you. And OpenAI didn't want Windsurf as well. I mean, if I was Windsurf, I would like definitely go to therapy because it feels like everyone's rejecting you. So yeah, and then this company, I think you guys might have heard, like Devin, the first AI engineer, right? The product, and I mean it did live up to its hype, but yeah, so Devin finally bought the scraps of Windsurf because Google, they halfway through the deal, they were like, nope, we don't want you. We just want your core team at Google. So they got like 40 people from Windsurf who are like the core team to Google, and then they're like, no, so that's all we need. You can just like get up, and then Devin bought the scraps. So that's what happened to Windsurf. And I don't know, I haven't used Windsurf in a while, and I don't know, it's kind of crazy, this market, right? And people are like, Mark Zuckerberg is offering NBA contract types to like AI engineers, like $200 million signing bonuses. Like that's what Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic make. I mean, like if I'm being honest, like that's what LeBron James makes, and for a fucking AI engineer making that type of money, like
it's wild.
God.
I'm happy for it. I'm honestly happy for it. Like these engineers, these builders, they deserve it so much, right? I mean, I understand right now Mark Zuckerberg was trying to saturate the market,
it's still, right? I think it's just the hype, right? I wouldn't say like you deserve it, right? They are getting that much because of the hype.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time, I would say. It's well deserved to even hype up the engineers or builders. Because here's the thing, now but
it's not like you're putting yourself on the line. It's not like you're a Navy SEAL or a US Marine, right? You're not fucking going to war. And
Navy SEALs don't get paid as much as an NBA player.
Yeah, right? that's what I'm saying. Like
people who are literally putting their lives on the line don't get paid as much as a person who's
nurses, doctors. Yeah.
I mean, okay, but like, dude dribbling a ball around the court and then like shooting it to a hoop. I love it. I love basketball. I played basketball. But what
me
the
too,
fuck?
yeah.
Why are you paying so much money for an NBA player over the other person? So, I mean, regardless, that's how the world works, right?
Yeah.
As may be, I am happy that the builders are engineers and all these people are getting these paychecks and they're getting signing bonuses and all this stuff, which is at the
And
moment it's a trend. I understand that also.
Also, it's kind of crazy because nothing is like they're trying to like Zuckerberg is trying to build this dream team, right? He's not even shipping anything. He just want all the best talent and the best brains in the world inside of Meta, and like that's like his whole like the goal of this, right? Because I don't see him like pushing anything out at the moment because Llama sucks compared to like Claude or like GPT, anything like that, right? I don't know, like putting up crazy like this is like watching a freaking movie. Like every day, like I hear someone was paying like $100 million and some guy said no, then they offered like $250 million, and then someone offered like $1.5 billion for half of the company. It's like, yo, what the hell is going on?
They're building a market, they're building a trend, like, so I have the fucking craziest analogy for this. I don't know whether it's gonna go bad or good, but now imagine Mark Zuckerberg's like signing in people with money, right? Like they're signing him in, they're taking all the good talent and then focusing on a single product, building things good. Yes, I mean, of course, we don't see anything visible coming out right now, tangible, but it will come in the future. That said, he is hoarding all the great minds, right?
Yeah.
And of course, great minds also have an option. But then again, do they really have an option when they have a 50 million signing bonus?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, my analogy is, you know what Stalin did, right? I mean, I don't know whether I should start it by saying Stalin killed all the people with like really high IQs, people who spoke against him and his ideologies or propaganda. And well, for the fuck of it, he did kill a lot of scientists and mathematicians, right? So that is just to level the market, so that people start obeying him, and then that kind of backfired on him, right? Not saying Mark Zuckerberg was killing engineers, but he is hiring them. He is putting them in a small room and asking them to do next level things. We don't know what's happening under the hood, but hey, like, I mean, did you see one of the head scientists on OpenAI left without like no issues or anything? They put a public statement saying, "I just want to be close to my family and then just live the rest of his life with them."
Yeah.
I mean,
it's I still can't believe it.
When you hear shit like that, imagine one of the heads who are building a very famous very famous AI provider, which probably they did claim indirectly on one of the tweets of one of the developers saying that they are very close to AGI. While that is happening, like a lot of people are leaving the company to be close with their family. That says something. Something.
There's
a lot to interpret.
Yeah, a lot is happening, and I mean, like, and the job search is getting harder and harder, right? For like normal, like us normal people.
For normies?
Yeah, I would classify myself as a normie, and I would like classify the viewers of this videos as normies as well. But
I mean, it's getting more bundled together, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what would you say, Charana, if someone was starting a software engineering degree or a computer science degree right now?
Don't. I mean, okay, no. Actually, like, if you are, because the curriculums need to change. That's one thing, right? Top 3 things to learn right now in the world is, yes, computer science is one, right? Computer science, you have to learn computer science. You don't need to learn software engineering per se anymore. I mean, software engineering is also like the curriculums are changing. Computer science, maths, physics, right? Those 3 things. like I'm relearning physics and maths these days to teach myself quantum physics and then quantum computing. So it's not fun at all because I didn't do that in the beginning. Now I have to do it, so I have to keep up with the stuff, which is sort of fun because I mean, near future, you don't need engineers to write code. That is 100% the case. But you need, I don't know the designation name. I'll call them orchestrators for now. You will need orchestrators, like orchestrating engineers. I don't know, I'm creating new job positions.
Are you hiring?
to generate these stuff, like they'll use like 100 agents and 100 AI tools to build code, write products, build products. Like you don't need teams anymore. You need teams to critically think. You need teams for evolution. That's what I believe. To evolve a product, to evolve yourself and your mindset, and for being more critically thinking. But you generally don't need the underlying this thing anymore because that can be offloaded to an AI, a generative model, I would say. And when AGI comes in, then we don't need us also, right? Honestly, I don't know what the hell's going to happen when AGI shows up. But well, so far right now, my idea is computer science, maths, physics, and then be an orchestrator where you orchestrate the entire thing. You don't need like 100 people or 5 people or 10 people.
No, but that's the thing. Like you can't just get into that, right? Like you need experience. You need to know how to do stuff. Like,
you need to learn, I would say.
Yeah.
And experience also, hands-on experience.
Yeah. And in order to get hands-on experience, you need to do a job, which is very hard right now. And like,
that has been the case anyway, right? Imagine when we started looking for jobs, 5 years experience, 3 years experience. I'm like, bro, I just got out of uni. What experience are you expecting?
But the thing is, right now, if you like, there's more supply, like software engineering supply is way higher than the demand for software engineers right now, right? Because mass layoffs are happening. And if you post a job on LinkedIn, there's like 1,000 candidates applying to the same job. So it's very hard, right? And even for recruiters, it's very hard to like filter through thousands of CVs. Like, how do you know who's going to be the best candidate for a position? So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
No, that's 100% true. It's crazy because the market is flooding with software engineers, but now the need is not for a software engineer. Yes, 4 or 5 years ago we wanted software engineers, but now it's more of like we need people who have fucking common sense, to be honest.
Yes, I 100% agree. Like that's one of the things like you need to know. Like you need to have common sense. You need to know how to read a room, right? Dude. I mean, especially if you're like a management or like a project manager or like in a like a team lead or that sort of person. Like you need to learn how to read the fucking room, right? Like that's the most important thing. Don't get me started. But yeah. That was very triggering for me.
you need engineers who know their shit. When we say who know their shit, it's not about knowing how to code. It's about knowing how to execute and how to basically carry out a plan. Because now, trust me, engineers in the future, no one's going to come and tell you the exact thing that you need to build and the exact place. You need to do self-exploration. You need to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, I think that has always been the case, right? When it comes to software engineering.
No, I mean, like imagine like you don't necessarily need a project manager or product owner. I mean, product owner, yes, you need. Project manager and all, you don't need anymore, right? You can come and tell, hey, we need a system that can evaluate a CV or something. I don't know. So just like
but that depends on the capacity of the engineer itself, right? Like some engineers, they know, okay, this is the plan we need to follow. Like, you need to do this, then this will be the output, right? But some engineers, like they won't necessarily like they don't know how to plan, so they will need a project manager or someone to plan that shit, and then they will
that's the gap.
So then they will execute. Okay, we need to do like some people like we need to tell them, okay, you need to do this. Then after that, you need to write this part of code. Then you need to write this part of code. Like it depends on the person. But I think
that is exactly what I'm saying. You need to learn that. If you don't have that,
yeah,
you're not gonna get far in life. To be honest, if you can't
yeah,
understand on planning and prioritization and understanding
yeah,
how to execute like a requirement or even like a basic thing, right? You and I, we are product engineers. We've been that for like so many years, and we
yeah,
know how to do that by default, right? So
yeah,
now people need to learn that skill because you don't need an entire team to execute a product anymore, right?
yeah, yeah,
Because I build so many tools. I build so many SaaS products without 10 developers or without 5 developers.
yeah,
I built with
yeah,
one dev, like me and one of my good friends and a colleague called Amit. Like
yeah,
we build really cool shit within the product itself, the company that we consult on. And it's just more, sometimes it's just him and I, and then there's like other developers who join in from the team also to help out. That is
yeah,
happening, but it's very easy. Like I was today morning, I was building a small product which will come out probably end of this month. Me and Pasan are being involved in it. It didn't take much time because you know how to execute things, you know how to communicate to an AI, you know how to plan with it, and then the AI also plans for you, and then you just need to nudge it on the right direction and make sure that you know what is happening under the hood and just execute it.
yeah. I mean, like if you really want to like get products out, I mean that's one thing you can do, right? Like you can use AI and like you said, nudge it in the correct direction. But if you are a software engineer who's actually like willing to learn, like I think you need to you need to go through stuff. You need to make mistakes, and then you will learn. Like that's how you learn stuff, right? I know some people who have been applying for like 1,000 jobs for the past couple of years, I would say, and he still hasn't gotten a job because they are not like, they just work from 9 to 5. After that, they log off. They don't really look at anything new. They don't prepare for anything. Even when they face a new interview, they don't prepare anything. Like you can't do that. Like it's so competitive right now, and it's crazy, right?
Yeah,
So yeah,
100%.
yeah. I mean, let's not turn this into a whole like recruitment type of video, like how to find jobs in the current market. But yeah, it's kind of
Just
crazy. But
just to end off with one thing, I think I tell this to almost everyone I meet. Just don't limit yourself because of your degree or the qualification
yeah,
or where you have come so far. If you're not a data engineer, don't say that, hey, I'm not a data engineer, I don't know how to do this. No, just sit your ass down and learn what data engineering is, because time to research, the gap is at non-existent right now since
yeah,
the AI tools came to be, right?
yeah,
Like, it's like Kanye said, it's been
yeah,
100 years. What
yeah,
did you do, right? Not
yeah,
that I believe in what he says, but
yeah,
just you can't be giving excuses that you didn't do this in your degree, you didn't learn, because the availability of information is really high now.
yeah,
Accessibility is like crazy right now. And still you're
yeah,
saying that you don't know what data engineering is, still you don't know what Python is just
yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah, because right now I'm building this platform. Hopefully, it will be out soon. I can't really talk about it, but once it's out, I can talk about it. But so I'm doing the whole thing by myself, and like the front end, the back end, using TRPC for the back end, and using like Postgres with Supabase, and like all these new things I haven't really had a chance to work with previously. So I'm doing these things like I started from scratch. I'm using AI, so I'm learning on the fly. So it has been really easy, like you said, like there's information everywhere with AI. Like it's very easy to learn something and start building like anything you want, I'd say. So yeah,
Exactly.
okay. And we rambled on for like 20 minutes. But yeah,
Yeah. In terms of learning and sharing,
yeah.
GPT OSS is out, which is
OS is out, yeah. Open
open.
source model, right? So
It's
Charana,
a
do you
it's a
wanna give some like tell us more about that, because I haven't really had a chance to, like, I know what is it, like what is it, but I don't know. like I have no in-depth knowledge.
You don't know what it is.
Yeah, I actually don't know. Like I know it's I know it's an open source model.
It's not an open source model. It's not. No,
it's not okay.
Okay, I'm going to teach it. It's an open source project where devs from anyone around the world can create together a powerful AI chat assistant. So similar to ChatGPT, it's advanced technology that they made it transparent to all the developers who can just, they can come and collaborate. It's open source. It's like an AI chat assistant. So it's basically you can build in agents, build in tools, build in MCPs. You can just keep making it like what do you call, like you can create a Cybertron out of it, right? Like it's open source. Everyone's contributing to it, right? Of course, it's quality controlled by OpenAI. But it has a lot of good, it has enterprise applications and it has local on-device applications as well. That's pretty cool. The pretty cool part is local on-device, because that is something I think sort of new from OpenAI, because Google started this. Google gave their Gemma 3N models to be run on non-local device. Yeah. So what are on-device models are basically an LLM model that runs on your phone or your computer or your watch or wherever. Yes, Gemma 3N runs on your Pixel watch as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I actually used Gemma 3 on my laptop for some things like basically for chat, but it's less powerful than Gemini, but it's still very useful, right? And the best part about these Google models like Gemma 3 and Gemini is that they have this. So based on the query itself, they will decide if they need extra compute power, and if the query needs extra compute power, it will route the request to Gemini, and if it needs less power, it will just do the thing on your device using Gemma 3. So that's really cool. And I think Apple is also building some on-device models. I heard I saw some tweets saying that it's really good. The on-device models, not the Apple intelligence part, but the on-device models are really good. Apple intelligence. I really don't want to get into it. But yeah,
did you guys see the Pixel 10 ad? We'll just put it right up here.
Oh yeah, I shared it on my Instagram. Like that.
Yeah. we'll just put it right here. Yeah. Maybe on the description as well. Yeah. That shit was. I love their marketing, man. They've always been like that. I love the saltiness.
Yeah.
It's basically.
I mean, they got no comeback, right?
Yeah, but they took a shit that instead of buying a phone where you might get a feature, why don't you change your mindset to buy your phone with the feature?
It's so it's so hard to believe, because Apple is the one that's always delivered on software stuff, right? When Apple says like, okay, we are gonna because so if you have watched all these like videos of like MKBHD and all these tech YouTubers, they always say don't buy a product because of future software promises, right? Software features. But Apple has so Apple has always delivered on those promises, except for Apple Intelligence, which shit the bed. But other than that, it's been good. But Apple Intelligence, no. Glad that my phone doesn't support it. But yeah, I just use Gemini.
So, throat just got sucked.
Wow, must be nice.
No, so these are what you call. Fuck, I forgot what we were talking about.
No, we were talking about GPT OSS.
Fuck, was it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get GPT OSS, you can fuck around with it. It's open source. Have fun. Yeah. It's really fun. I mean, there's enterprise edition of it, of course, that you can run on your own GPUs, like A100s or H100s or any AMD processors, or sorry, any GPUs, or I mean, any GPU to be that.
I don't think AMD GPUs for AI. It's NVIDIA, baby. Oh, no. The monopoly.
No, AMD GPUs are actually quite good. Like they're trying to level.
Honestly, they are good. They are good for their money, right? Like NVIDIA GPUs, you can't really afford an NVIDIA GPU. Man, I want to play some games. I don't want to run AI stuff. I can't afford a new NVIDIA GPU.
I would love to build a PC. Like I sold my PC 3 years ago, and I need to build a new one, and I just don't have the money for it.
Yeah.
Like
I have PC. I'm gonna sell it because I can't afford to pay taxes. So I need to sell it, and then like I need the money to pay taxes. So
we're about to get another loan.
yeah,
just to pay the taxes.
Just to pay the taxes. Like fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
AWS released a new IDE.
Yes, the Kero, right? And yeah, so
I have zero information of it. I didn't get access
I
to it.
Know,
Nothing.
I know a little bit about it, but I haven't used it because both me and Charana we sent emails to AWS like give us access to this tool, please. Like we used our personal emails, we used our work emails, and we didn't hear from them. Like zero. Like we heard nothing from them. So we don't have hands-on experience, but I watched some videos. I did a little bit of research. So this Kero, it's based on it's another VS Code fork, guys. So it's nothing new, but the idea behind Kero is that it's a spec-driven IDE. So basically, instead of vibe coding, I mean, obviously you can vibe code as well, but instead of vibe coding, first you can like plan out what you want to do, like spec the requirements for it can be for a feature or a bug fix or building a new platform, like a product from scratch. You can plan it out, and Kero will iterate through it. It will like create a to-do list and go one by one and
so
start.
You're just explaining what Claude Code is.
Yeah, that's Claude Code is like our go-to thing right now. But yeah, no, we'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, Kero is basically
shit. Spill water on the mic.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now it's actually better.
You gotta clear it a bit.
Yeah. So Kero is a new IDE by Amazon. Like spec-driven development. Yeah. We'll put the links on description. I mean, there are plenty of videos out there, and if someone who's like not very up to date is watching our videos, watch our video and then click on the link.
Then you'll get even more outdated.
But yeah, I mean, we are always like, me and Charana, we are not always like pushing out content because we are actually quite busy because we have full-time jobs. But like Charana more than like he's doing like multiple things at once. So
we are both doing multiple things right now.
Yeah, actually, and we are doing yoga as well,
guys.
Every Saturday, guys.
Shit,
every Saturday.
Let me hit a pose.
Yeah.
My water, man.
We can see your water. Yeah.
Let me hit a pose. Not right now.
So,
but we will hit a pose apter mastering yoga.
Yeah.
Like how we mastered building
products. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit about Kero. And what's next? There are so many things.
What's next? Next is some outdated information to new information. We are going to transition slowly.
Yeah.
Starting with 4 things. There's 2 new models that came out. Grok 4 came out like weeks ago. Now we're talking about it. Of course, you guys know what to know about it. You can have anime girls in your Grok setup now, which is pretty cool.
No, I think for me, the best part about it is that it has 0 sensors, right? It speaks filth and you can run it on your Tesla. And I saw this video, some guy was running it on his Tesla and he said like, "Good morning, Tesla," or something like that to Grok. And he's like, "What's up, my sexy motherfucker?" I was like, what? So yeah, it has 0 censorship. So it's fun.
Yeah, like our podcast. So
yeah. And also it's the Grok 4 is quite good, right? For like it's good, better. I mean, GPT 5 came out, but I think
fun stuff.
Stuff. And I tried a little bit of coding stuff with it as well. I mean, it's okay. I think I feel like now we have hit a certain point where like it's very incremental updates, right? Because
Yeah. Very true.
So yeah, Grok 4 is good. I mean, nowadays all the models are good, right? All the models are good.
Yeah, I mean,
everyday tasks, all the models are good. If you're engineer, like all the top models are good. Like GPT-5 came out, Claude came out. No. I think.
But who are you lying? What are you saying?
Why? No, I mean like
we know Claude Code is still the best.
I mean, that's the tool. I mean the model itself, right?
I mean, model itself. If we think about it, I guess. I mean, you use GPT-5 more than me, of course, but
yeah, I used it. I mean, I mostly used it for like bug fixes and those sort of stuff. Like, I mean, it's good. I use Grok 4. It's good. I mean, it's not like blowing my mind and like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose my job. Let's just. It's not like that. But I mean, it's good. It gets the job done. But it's not good. Like, it's not a magic bullet. I would say, like building everything from scratch, from end to end, and like trying to replace software engineers. Yeah.
I mean, Claude Code.
Okay, don't worry, Charana. We are going to talk about Claude Code. Okay, just wait.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm the one who fucking got you into this fucking Claude Code.
Honestly. Yeah. Just to give a small recap, I tried a model called Kimi K2. Kimi is the platform. Kimi K2 is the model, which is, of course, the baseline model is different, but their tool is Kimi K2, which has advanced reasoning and advanced research system. Did a research with it. Pretty cool. Really cool, actually. Better than Gemini research. And better than Gemini research and better than Claude research, I would say. 100% it's better than those two. It's a Chinese build platform.
From
Kimi
Moonshot
K2.
AI, right?
I guess so. I don't know who
I think it's Moonshot AI. That's the parent company. And
I
didn't really...
We'll put the logo here somewhere.
Yeah. I didn't really use it, but the Kimi K2 architecture is really interesting because it has 1 trillion parameters like all the other models. But the interesting part is that it only has 32 billion active parameters. That means, so all these LLMs has these like expert nodes, right? Depending on like coding, like let's say coding or like lifestyle things, like all these LLMs have expert nodes, right? But Kimi K2, depending on the query, it will only activate 8 different nodes depending on the query itself. So it's very efficient, I would say, and you can actually run it locally as well. You don't need to buy one NVIDIA H100 GPU for like $25,000 and like then
you don't have to overclock your GPU and burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground and suck all the water from a nearby lake or a river to cool that shit down. But yeah,
I mean, that's pretty cool, right? A lot of these platforms are thinking a way of optimizing.
I think that's the next step, right? Making it more efficient. Making it more 100%. Efficient, because right now, if you like, even if you say hello to ChatGPT, it's gonna like it's not efficient. Like it's gonna burn through a lot of like electricity and water. That's like the sustainability is zero, right? That's the next step, I would say, because you can't just say AI is gonna take over the world if we can't like properly have infrastructure around it, right? Because I saw this. I mean, I saw this video on Facebook also. Like, there's a data center somewhere in US, and people who lives close by to this data center, they don't even get proper water through, like not in their kitchen or their toilet. Like it's crazy. All these like water sources are directly being reverted to these data centers by Meta. It's like, I mean, like we need to look at the sustainability part, right?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to think about your carbon footprint. Of course, like,
definitely.
I mean, I understand this. Like many years ago, people were like, "Oh, what is this voodoo thing?" You know, like carbon footprint. Bah, you know, the nature is nature. But that's not the case. We exploited it. We fucked around with it too much, and now we have to. We have no option.
I mean, you can't offset it by using EV cars. You need to do other stuff, right? I'm not trying to cheat on EV cars, but you can't just offset that shit, right?
You can go buy a BYD and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm better than peasants, better than all of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, think about that. Now optimization, like you said, I kind of feel like the AI is slowly hitting a bottleneck these days. Of course, but the bottleneck was on the generative part. But now they're optimizing, they're making it better through other ways, like reasoning to advanced reasoning. For even Claude has this thing called extensible reasoning, where things out of the box. Basically, what it does is it opens another tree and a node just to start just to do more research. Basically, under the hood, it does more research things, and then it counter argues with itself. I can't say him or her. I don't know. That's living entity, but
let's not get into it.
So the AI itself. I mean, we don't know the pronouns for an AI yet. So
we don't even know pronouns for a person right now. It's so confusing.
Honestly, I mean, yeah. So optimization. Yes, Grok 4 also did that, and Grok 4 is doing some cool stuff with it. And then we got GPT 5 now, which is well, I can't say it's really cool because I'm one of those people who I start using a tool, I use it to its extent. So I become a super user of that tool, right? So I started with Cursor. Cursor started messing up with my billings, and I kept asking questions.
Later. Like Claude Code and Cursor later. Let's just cover ChatGPT. This is what we have on our list, guys.
No, fuck the list. I didn't talk about this right now.
Fuck the list. Let's get into Claude Code.
No, but I mean, on our list, that's what. Oh yeah, that's the next thing to talk about. So GPT 5. I'm gonna let you talk about it because I used it very little.
Okay. GPT-5. I think my opinion is that they're doing a huge marketing push for it. Because after GPT-4, and I mean, OpenAI wasn't really that great at anything. It was good, but it wasn't great at coding. The main use of all of these LLMs are coding, right? That's the majority use case. Developers are the one who are mostly using all these LLMs. So I think when Anthropic came out with Claude, I think 3.7, Sonnet 3.7, and Opus, all of these things, I think OpenAI dropped the ball a little bit, and now they're trying to do a huge marketing push with GPT-5. And I think when they first announced this event, I think 3 days ago, and so I saw all these YouTube videos where tech reviewers and YouTube guys doing videos about, okay, I tested GPT-5 for 2 weeks, but still I used it. I still think Claude Code is way better as a whole product. I wouldn't necessarily say the model itself is better, but as a product, it's like a whole packaged product. I would say Claude Code is better than using GPT-5 with Cursor. But with that said, I mean, as Charana said, Cursor messed up with all their billing stuff, right? And people lost their shit and canceled their subscription, us included, and then jumped to Claude Code, which is really good. We'll talk about it in more details in a bit. Charana, just wait a minute. But I think after that, Cursor also lost their customers, and what they did was they now did a partnership with OpenAI, making GPT-5 the default model of Cursor, and they are giving free access to GPT-5 for all their users as well. So GPT is I think Claude is trying to be dominant in the developer space, but GPT is trying to play they have a bigger picture in their mind. I think what they're trying to do is they want to be the default AI engine. When people say AI, it's just going to ChatGPT. Now when people say internet, they think Google, right? So that's what ChatGPT wants, OpenAI wants to do. They want to make ChatGPT the default AI thing, So, and with the partnership of Cursor, they are trying to both trying to play the bigger game where making it the default engine, AI engine, and trying to get the developers back into their platform using Cursor as well. So I think that's what I think, and that's what I got from all this, like a little bit of research that I did. But from the using GPT-5, like I said previously, it's good. It's good. It gets the job done. But building something from scratch and you building a feature or a product from scratch, I would still go use Claude Code instead of GPT-5 and Cursor. But yeah, Charana, the floor is yours. I rambled on for a few minutes, but yeah.
That's not how you rant about something, okay? That's fine, guys. Why were you so politically correct about it? Cursor messed up their billing. I mean, they didn't mess up their billing. They were transparent about it. It's just they couldn't.
They weren't transparent about it at first. Okay, let me crash out now properly.
The first they were. I mean, I love Cursor. I still do. Not that I don't. It's not in my favor anymore, and I have a better tool. So that's why I moved on to Claude Code. Keeping that aside, Cursor earlier wasn't transparent enough, and then I got a $70 bill twice, and that was a billing error, right? I dropped a message. I said, "Hey, there's a billing error. Can you fix this?" So on, so on. Nothing happened. No one replied. I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna keep it aside. It's fine. I'll keep using Claude Code, and what will happen from there?" And then, I'll keep using Cursor. And then I kept using Cursor, and then I kept getting bills on top of bills, which I've already paid. I'm getting double paid. And then I got to introduce myself into Claude Code through Pasan, where he came and was like, "Dude, you need to use Claude Code." I was like, "All right, what the hell?" I took Claude Code. I took Kimi K2, used Kimi K2 to do my research to building the new SaaS platform that I was building. And then it took me about 4 or 5 days to relearn a lot of things. Can't speak too much about it until it's released next month in Sweden. And then I did my research. I learned a lot. It took me 4 or 5 days to just learn certain specific mechanisms. And then I used Claude Code to build certain aspects of it. And it did like really well. It can understand. It's just, I've been saying this throughout, like I've been doing lectures and, like this guest speaking stuff and all. I always tell them, be specific as much as you can. It's not a god or anything. You can't just tell, "Hey, take away all my pains." You can't. You have to specify your pain.
My favorite prompt is, "Please fix it."
Please fix it. Yeah, you can't just say, "Please fix it." You can't just copy paste the error and say, "Please fix it." Say, copy paste the error. Tell, "Hey, I'm getting this error is at this stage, when this action, these are the more other logs and everything." You just have to be very specific. When you are specific, it builds a good tool. And I canceled my Cursor subscription, and I tweeted about it. I got 2 views.
I'm one.
Pasan's one. And then Cursor saw the tweet as well. And then they reached out, of course, and they fixed my thing. But by that time, I've already canceled my subscription. And I've moved out of it. And yes, and Claude Code have been really good. I mean, I've been using it, and then GPT-5 came out. I used Cursor CLI to use GPT-5. And when I use that, I use it for small debugging stuff, which is really good. Like you said, like debugging and trying to understand certain elements of a code base works perfectly fine. I started trying to build something from scratch, which is very bad. I mean, hold on. It's not very bad. It's mid. I'll say it's mid.
I mean, you say it's mid because I'm not comfortable with this Gen Z talk, but yeah. So you say mid because compared to Claude Code, it's mid, right? Because the Cursor CLI is so...
I mean, compared to Cursor has its own agentic system inside, which builds things, which plans things, and tools as well, right? So that's sort of an equivalent to Claude Code, right? So if I take those two things, I use Cursor CLI, which is a completely different thing, right? I use Cursor as well as an IDE. I use GPT-5 on that as well to see how well it does. Both Cursor CLI and Cursor with GPT-5 didn't do a good job. Claude Code itself just did it.
Yeah, it all has to do with the Claude Code's prompt engineer. So I saw this video
Yeah.
of some guy trying to reverse engineer Claude Code because it's so good, right? So what he found out was, so we'll link the video in the description as well. So what he found out was like it all has to do with the prompt engineering. They have very specific set of instruction for every query that they are running. It's crazy. Like the structure of it is it's amazing, and that's why it's so good. It has internal system reminders and like tool calls. It's very nice. And I won't really get into too much detail about it, but yeah, the main reason I switched to Claude Code is that it has a mode called planning mode. So before you start actually coding or working on something, you can actually talk to Claude Code and say, okay, this is the feature that I want to build. This is the feature I want to build. First, you can give it instructions like, first, let's start with the backend stuff, the API and the database connection. Let's just first do that. Then after the API connection, API is done, let's write a simple JavaScript function to test the functionality. And when that is done, do the front end part and connect the front end to back end. So you can give all this instruction to Claude Code on plan mode, and it will create a very nice plan on how the implementation will actually look like. So it will generate a plan, go through all your necessary code, and like it will take all of that into the memory, and then it will generate a solid plan. Like when I say solid, like solid, it has, like for me, it has never missed. The plan has
Yeah.
always worked. So it gives this very, very descriptive plan, I would say. Like, okay, these are the functions that I'm going to create, these are the files that I'm going to change. Inside this file, I'm going to write this function. Inside this file, I'm going to do these styles, like so on and so forth. Like it's very descriptive, and like it gets the job done. And when you say yes, please implement it, it will create a to-do list, and it will start ticking off one by one. And it's great. It's been amazing. So yeah, I think Claude Code for the win. But if you keep in mind, if you use Opus, you're gonna get like 2 prompts, and then you're gonna run out of credits. That happened to me actually. But yeah,
Let them use their own models. Like there's an automatic way
yeah,
that settle it. So it'll decide which model to use, how to execute. Just let that happen. That's what I do, but
yeah,
works perfectly, really well. Of course, you'll have to edit the code here and there. There are certain things that you still need to intervene and fix,
yeah,
but it's less compared to any other tools I've used. Like for
yeah,
me, time-wise and everything, because the market or the competition is really high, right?
yeah,
Now we have to keep up with that. That's big. That becomes the whole thing. So in order to do that,
yeah,
well, you need some tool that will reduce the gap of time and effort that you put in. And Claude Code is so far the best for now. Of course, I'm not saying I'm not going to try Cursor again. I'm not going to like put Cursor into a bin and just keep there. Cursor will come back.
yeah,
I mean, GPT-5, I think it'll make its comeback again. I mean, it's been still used, not a comeback. It's just my personal preference. I might go back to it, but not right now. Right now, I love Claude Code. I'm just going to keep using it. And yeah, I mean, of course, maybe we should do a video on Claude Code later.
yeah.
Yes.
I think we should.
Oh yeah, we are
I can
starting
put
our
it.
individual videos. Like we should
Yeah.
tell that as well. Like we're gonna do like, since it's hard to get both of our timings aligned. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do individual videos, like a separate playlist on our YouTube channel. You get like, we try out things, we try out products and all those stuff. And of course, our rantings will happen on this. But if you want to see products being used and how we use it and how efficiently we use and how we optimize, that's what we're gonna start. We're gonna start doing that.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, so that's Claude Code and why we moved from Cursor to Claude Code.
Yeah.
And if you're not using it, I suggest that you do, because it's really good. It's really, really good.
And if you have skipped to this part, the TLDR is we are poor, we can't afford Cursor.
Afford Cursor, and we have to pay taxes now, and we can't afford food.
we have to pay tax. We only 2 meals a day now.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do a tax video later, I guess, after we pay the tax.
Yeah, after you. which is next Friday.
Yeah, no, next Friday. So our closing topic to discuss.
Yeah, this is mostly for, I would say, Sri Lanka, for Sri Lankan. I know we don't have much of an audience, but but this is mainly for Sri Lankan audience. So in the tech, like we have a couple of big companies here in Sri Lanka, like related to tech industry, I would say, and one of that is Calcey. It has been there for like, I think, 20 years, close to 20 years, maybe more than 20 years. I don't know exactly. Calcey is a big company.
Let me do a quick research.
Yeah. I mean, I applied to Calcey, I think 4 years ago. I went there for the IQ test. Then I passed that. Then I did the interview. Then I didn't get selected because they asked me if I was like, I applied for a senior software engineer role, and they was like, okay, person, we would love to have you, but would you mind joining as a software engineer, not a senior software engineer? I was like, I honestly don't care about the position as long as I get paid. And they're like, nope. Then I didn't get selected. But yeah, Calcey is a good company. It's a huge company. And there's another company called Surge. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about Surge. So Surge and Calcey merged together, creating a parent company called Short Circuit. So which is really interesting to see because Calcey and Surge has like two different cultures, I would say. Because I used to work at not Surge Paladin, but Surge acquired Paladin. So basically, we were like the in-house development team for Surge. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting with the current job market as well, and what's going to happen. And Charana, do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I haven't worked on either. So I know bunch of people from all those companies.
Yeah.
Well, my wife used to work at Surge when it started in 2015. I think she was there in 2017 or 16. And then Calcey started in 2002, by the way. So which means it has been there for 23 years.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I mean, I just like I went to Appit, so half of Appit is in Calcey, which is pretty cool. Almost all the students there, and half of other universities are in Surge. So that's how it is. I think Prasan was one of the. I mean, Prasan is one of the most key engineers there. I would have to say.
Yeah,
build some cool shit there, right?
Back when the team was like 10 people, now it's like I think in hundreds.
Yeah, they have a lot of fleet now. So they built a parent company called Short Circuit, which is pretty cool. I think so. Surge and Calcey merging. I was honestly really happy to hear that because that's really cool, right? Because instead of dividing yourself and then trying to go through this, I mean, given that we are a small island, small country, it's better to merge and work together towards something, right? Because we have really good quality engineers, builders, UI UX engineers, designers, you name it. We have quality people because our mindset, the Sri Lankan mindset, I would say, is a bit different than others where we do things where others might be hesitant to do. Like, I'm not saying others are not good at it or anything, but we dig deep on certain things. We properly execute things. Like, I don't know, it's just, we are not lazy, right?
Yeah, we don't half-ass things.
Yeah, that's not in our blood for some reason, and that quality brings out. And I'm really happy
but
to
for
see
whatever reason, the Sri Lankan cricket team does not feel that way.
Well, yeah. I don't want to talk about that. That's very sad. Oh, man.
All they do is have half-ass things.
I think when Lassit Malik and all was there, it was just like almost everyone was on plastered on the screen watching TV, watching the cricket match, right? Art in the make, but yeah, now it's a bit different, I guess. I don't have much information on cricket. I don't watch.
Yeah. So most of them are like proper TikTok professionals, I would say. But,
what is this, a cricket reviewing channel now?
Yeah.
Say what you want to say. Say it. It's okay.
No. I'm not gonna. No. I'm not gonna crash out today. I was trying to be very politically correct.
Man, we need to
Yeah.
bring in that crash out guy who does videos on TikTok.
I
The
don't
guy
know
who
about me.
No, not you're not in TikTok crashing out.
Yeah.
That guy who
I
talks
just call
about
you. I just get on the phone and crash out like, I can't do this.
So we should just record our conversations and put it online.
Oh no, I don't want to go to jail. They would love me in jail.
Okay, no. That's this video is coming to an end because Pasan had lunch and he's sleepy and I didn't have lunch and I'm hungry. So
see, that's the tax.
That's the tax. Today no lunch for me. Today
no lunch.
I barely had breakfast and dinner for sure I have to have.
Just 1 kibble bunnies.
1 kibble bunnies. Running on the sugar.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I think we covered. About 1.5 months of information that we had.
Yeah.
We'll if you guys have any more things that you want us to discuss, because I mean we do go into depth with certain things. We read a lot on certain drama that is happening in the tech industry, and we try almost everything that comes out if it's affordable. So if there's anything specific, just leave a comment. We will
except for like $200 per month plans. Everything else, like we would love to cover it.
I mean, we use a tool called Riverside to do a podcast. Shout out to Riverside, but it's not fun to use Riverside. Like there's so many things, and like we've been, of course, in communication with them, giving them feedback. Of course, it's up to them to do what they want. But right now we are in an era where products are optimizing and getting better at certain things, and we'll hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah, just like with everything else.
Just like with everything
Let's hope for the best. And okay, let's just do the outro. 2-minute awkward silence, and we're just gonna end the video.
Followed with me running out of the camera.
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you.
All right, guys. See you.
Goodbye.